This is about hip hop as being a force for change in a world that's out of control. There's a theme of themes this year. Hip hop futures for a world on fire. You saw the title of Dr. Emden and Timothy Jones' session, Hip Hop's Legacy in a Nation in Chaos. Yeah, what does hip hop do? What can hip hop do in these times? So this is the theme of themes that you're seeing across the world. Now, of course, last year I published a book called Hip Hop Could Save America, so I was already up on this theme of themes, but now it's very vital that we talk about hip hop as this catalyst for real change. The Berklee College of Music is a fantastic institution. The late, great Jarrett Scheel taught at the Berklee College of Music, who I've had him, his interview is in my book. He's been on this podcast. We love Berklee. We love the work they do. Shouts to DJ Radar Ellis, who last I heard was teaching up there. This is the 5th annual International Hip Hop Symposium happening March 4th. I don't know much about it. I couldn't find that much about it. I thought I've reached out to them to try to get some more information. It just seems to be an event that's happening, and I wanted to point it out. They've done them for 5 years, so it's not insignificant. Yeah, I think it's Toki Wright, I believe, Andrew Wang. I'm not sure if I reached out or not, and I tried to find more information about it, so just know that it exists. If you're anywhere near Berklee College of Music in Boston, you should check it out. I'll try to find out more information between now and when it happens. Again, real quick, if you need to know all of these things, subscribe to the newsletter, damn it, mannyfaces.substack.com. I compile them all. It's a calendar. I list them. You don't have to go searching the internet for them. I know them all, and I find them and I bring them to you. So please do subscribe at mannyfaces.substack.com. European Hip Hop Studies Network. There's a consortium of hip hop studies scholars in Europe that come together every year for a conference. I was, again, blessed, honored, and privileged to be at the last one in Cork, Ireland. I went last year, and I spent time in Ireland for the European Hip Hop Studies Network conference last year. It was fantastic. A really good time. I actually had good... That's where I hung out with Ashley Tate, who's from UNC Charlotte, even though we're in Ireland. So great. So, of course, definitely some folk from the United States all kind of go there, but it was really interesting to spend time with folks from across Europe and other parts of the world. South Africa was represented. We had people from Africa proper, because one of the things that we tend to do in the United States, especially if you're in these worlds of hip hop, education or health and wellness, or these intersections, we forget that there's a whole world out there. And just because we might have created hip hop doesn't mean that when we exported it out to the world, they haven't done amazing things with it. And so it is very, I'm a son of a sociologist, so I guess it's ingrained in me to just hear and vibe with people from other parts of the world and see how they're doing the thing that we do, how they're treating the thing that we, have. And it's very enlightening, and it's very good to be in conversation with them. I think it's a mutual exchange. So I'm very excited to be going to the Netherlands in March to be a part of this conference. I will be presenting. They have invited me to present there as well. Honored and privileged to just hip-hop take me all around the world, man. I'm just so blessed and excited for this meeting of the minds. Again, it's like the title of the session at the Black AF conference, right? This is about hip-hop as being like a force for change in a world that's out of control. And this is the theme of the Hip Hop Studies Network. There's a theme of themes this year. Hip hop futures for a world on fire. You saw the title of the Dr. Emden and Timothy Jones session, Hip Hop's Legacy in a Nation in Chaos. What does hip hop do? What can hip hop do in these times? And so this is the theme of themes that you're seeing across the world. Now, of course, last year I published a book called Hip Hop Could Save America, so I was already up on this theme of themes. But now, it's very vital that we talk about hip hop as this catalyst for real change. And again, if Black AF conference, they talking revolutionary talk. Hip Hop Ed conference, we'll talk about in a minute. Like, how do we, systems change in the education system? And that's the work that I talk about all the time. So I want you to know about that. April, again, I don't know if these are in chronological order. I probably didn't put them in full chronological order. So if you subscribe to the newsletter, you'll see them all in chronological order, the way they should be. In April, the 20th annual Man, 20 years. Trinity International Hip Hop Festival is back at Hartford, Connecticut at the Trinity College. They have done this conference for 20 years, not consecutive. I think there was a, maybe COVID or something else. Amazing conference. And I'll say that, and I'm presenting at this one too. And it's just an honor. I'll be doing a couple of things at this. I'm moderating a panel. I'm doing a book talk. But I love that because when I first started coming out of my shell and I was writing and doing, Birthplace Magazine, I was covering New York hip hop. And I started like having more things to say than just I'm covering, an artist that did a show or an album release. And I started talking about the ways that hip hop can be used in these really innovative ways. And I wanted to talk about it. And I found out about the Trinity International Hip Hop Festival. I think it was probably through Greg Schick. Somehow I knew what he was doing, and this is one of the things he was into. And Trinity International Hip Hop Festival gave me the first opportunity to come and basically deliver a talk. And again, I'm a son of a sociologist. My dad was a professor, and he taught for many, many years, and he delivered many, many talks, hundreds of lectures and talks and papers and all this stuff. But I don't come from an academic background. I didn't go to college. Everything I did is sort of self-scholarship and, independent scholarship. So when they welcomed me to speak among brilliant scholars and folks who are pure academics, but also these wonderful people that I love so much, they have one foot in the culture and one foot in academia, and they invited me to speak. It was my first time giving such a talk. And I'm just very honored and privileged because it has led me now to do many, many things, gone around the world. Now I make some money doing it, but also I bring value, I think, to society by being able to tell these stories. And so Trinity International Hip Hop Festival was the first place that gave me a podium, gave me a chance to speak. And now for their 20th anniversary, they've invited me back to rock with them. It is a fabulous, again, you get to see perspectives from around the world. How hip hop is being, I don't want to say used, it's a terrible term. How hip hop is influencing cultures and countries and cities and communities around the world. Emil YX will be there. It's one of my favorite, international voices to just give us this worldly perspective. There's so much to be learned from how they do hip hop overseas that we need to re-import back into this country. So yeah, I'm really excited to be there. I'm very honored and privileged. So if you're in Hartford, Connecticut, April 9th to 11th, check it out, Trinity International Hip Hop Festival. If you follow the newsletter, you'll get up to date with all the information. So there you go. Again, peace and love. Give me a thumbs up if this is important, if this is good information. I don't know where else you're going to find this kind of collection of hip-hop oriented academic conferences, festivals, where people talk about hip-hop as a culture, not just as entertainment, not just as gossip, not just as clickbait. I'm doing it. So give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the newsletter, patreon.com/mannyfaces if you think it's valuable and you want to help me out, or become a paid subscriber at Substack. It's a lot of work, y'all. I need help. Rock the School Bells. Unfortunately, it's the same damn weekend as Trinity, because I've been wanting to go to this conference for a long time. They do this out in the Bay. Shout out to my man Nate Novato. This is Rock the School Bells. They're 19th. 19 years. We're talking about 20 years of these events. 20 years. People have been doing these conferences, showing the world how hip-hop can improve the education system. And we still don't take it seriously. They still don't take it seriously. Anyway, Rock the School Bells happening the 9th. They are out in the Bay at Skyline College, San Bruno, California. If you're anywhere near there, please do check them out, rocktheschoolbells.com. Again, panels, discussions, very education heavy. But I promise you, you don't have to be an educator to go to any of these conferences just because they're at colleges and they may feature some educators talking that academic talk, doing their research and putting out there. Please believe me, if you care about children, if you care about education, if you care about health and wellness, if you care about culture, if you think about all the attacks on Black history, on multiculturalism, on the education system, if any of that concerns you, you really should think about being at one of these, just one of these conferences and gatherings, because everyone at these gatherings is concerned about those same things. And a lot of them are presenting solutions. See, I'm not about rehashing the problems over and over and over again. I had to do this with the cipher that we were at in Kalamazoo. We know the problems. We know what hip hop has done to program our young people in a less than ideal way. Can we now just start to focus more on the ways that hip hop can program our young people in positive ways? If it can do one, it can do the other, but we have to lead that charge. And these are the organizations, these are the gatherings where that kind of stuff is discussed. Rock the School Bells happening in April. These are definitely not in chronological order. Let me bring it back. Shouts to the Hip Hop Youth Research and Activism Conference, one of my favorite places to be in the whole wide world. This happens at Rutgers University. It's been going on for several years. I'm a mentor in the program. Shouts to Dr. Lauren Kelly. She's been on this show. Shouts to everyone involved with this program. When I say Hip Hop Youth Research and Activism, think of what I'm saying. I'm saying youth, young people, college students. First of all, they run the conference. This is unique. They put together the conference. They do a call for proposals. Their call for proposals is happening right now, right? That's me. They featured me, right? Call for proposals. The theme this year, authentic intelligence, reclaiming agency and daring to dream beyond. Proposals are due by February 27th. So if you're an educator or you're the type person that submits proposals to these things, it is open right now. But when I say hip hop youth research and activism, we're talking about young people, college-age students who run the conference. They do the call for proposals. They decide who's going to speak. They book the keynote. They book the space. They do all the things with some mentorship from us OGs that help, hold the hands a little bit. But the focus is on research and activism. So you have young people, college-age kids, college-age young adults, kids. To me, they're kids, but you know what it is. That are coming into their college age thinking about hip-hop from a research lens, an activism lens, an advocacy lens, and then leading a conference to talk about it. Come on now. Shouts to my good friends at the HHYRA. So we missed the Zoom info session. It's happening April 24th at Rutgers. The proposals are open. Get your proposals in. I will see you there. I'm always there. I love rocking with these people. The other monumental conference in this space is Hip Hop Ed. The good folks of the Hip Hop Ed movement. Not just a conference, not just a Twitter, not just an Instagram. This was a movement. June 5th through 6th, always a good time. I had a great time last year. I was on a panel discussion. We had so many good folks there just leading so many great sessions. This is called Legacy Work, Hip-Hop Education in Response to a Nation in Crisis. Like I talked about, how can hip-hop education, which is their ballywick, I think it's the right word. It's a good word. Hope I use it right. That's their forte, hip-hop education. How can it respond to a nation in crisis? What can hip-hop education do? Now, I talk about this in my talks and in my keynotes and in my speeches, and I'll be there probably kicking that same Willy Bobo amongst that crowd, because I do think that hip-hop is uniquely qualified to educate the masses in and out of school, in and out of the institutional space, in them streets, in those Saturday schools. When the institutions block us, again, the attacks on Black education, Black history in schools. Well, where are we going to get that education? Well, I don't know about y'all, but I learned a lot about Black history, about Black inventors and Black ingenuity from a song called You Must Learn, KRS-One in 1989. So we know that hip-hop can teach us things that, they might be trying to squelch. So let's talk about it at the Hip Hop Ed Conference, June 5th through 6th. 2026, back in New York City, Teachers College at Columbia University. The call for proposals is open until March 9th. The greatest rapper of all time died on March 9th. So there you go. Check that out, Hip Hop Ed. Shouts to Chris Emden. Shouts to Timothy Jones. Shouts to Kate. What's her fake name? What's her real name? I know her, Charlotte Michelle. I don't know about y'all. And then lastly, for this roundup, for now, because there will be more that pop up. And of course, I did mention, I don't know if you said it, Andrew, the hip hop music educators workshop online conference on February 28th, also for music educators. That's out of Wisconsin. I'll be keynoting that. Go to the newsletter, and I'll give you that information. That's online. So if you don't want to go to some of these places, but you say, okay, Manny, I kind of got what I'm kind of picking up what you're putting down. I want to hear from these people, but I don't want to go somewhere. I'm not near any of these places. Is there a place that I can go to besides your brilliant, wonderful live stream that you look so handsome every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern? Is there a place I can go, I could watch online perhaps, and get an assortment of geniuses to tell me the things you're trying to tell me so that I don't just have to believe you? I could actually see it for myself. Yes, the Music Educators Workshop Conference, will have that highlighted very much so in the Substack. So please do that. And of course, Andrew, I don't have the link. Andrew, if you have the link, put it in the chat, Andrew, if you could, for me. For the, Randy Swigum and them folk. Lastly for tonight, my good friends at Howard University. I have rocked with them for several years. Howard University has now introduced a hip hop studies minor. They actually have a minor program in, at Howard University. That's been implemented. They've done the Hip Hop Studies Conference for a few years now. I've been intimately involved with them, and I love them so much. It is now, save the date, November 13th to 15th. This always interferes with my Friendsgiving, so I'm going to have some trouble again because I had to go last year, and we had to switch our Friendsgiving to a different date, and it looks like that's going to be problematic again. So curses to my friends at Howard. But it is a fantastic. It's where the students come out, man. The students show out. They not only just, they perform, they speak their mind. I got to tell you, and I've said this 1,000 times, if you do not believe that the youth of today, when it comes to hip hop, have something substantive to say, are speaking about the issues of the day, are pro-democracy, are pro-black empowerment, are pro upliftment of society and communities and love, peace, unity, and having fun. Young people today in hip hop, I see it all the time. I'm on these social media networks and it kills me because I have to argue with people all the time when they say these things don't exist anymore. That hip hop is just the, industry drivel that you see. But you don't come to one of these events and see these college, I said kids, but college young people, young adults, flexing their intellectual muscles, flexing their curiosity, flexing their pushback on society, flexing in institutional spaces that sometimes push back against the pushback. I see it. I'm so inspired by these young folk. They will blow your mind. They will inspire you and tell you that, wow, not only are the kids going to be all right, they're only going to be all right if we do our part and support them. So be at these events, be at these conferences, be at Howard, November 13th to 15th. I'm not going to tell you no more. So there you go. There you have it. That's my rundown of important upcoming hip-hop oriented, what I like to say, interdisciplinary events. Berklee to Europe, to the Netherlands, to Trinity, 20 years, to Rock the School Bells, 19 years. To the Hip Hop Youth Research and Activism Conference. Man, these young people will just, they'll fill your heart with pride. What are you doing? If you're an educator or a teacher and you're not in one of these spaces, I got to question how much you are intellectually curious to expand whatever pedagogical background you come into the room with. If you're not investigating hip hop as a pedagogical tool, it's decades in existence already. And it's got research and literature and all the things. But more than that, it's got the authenticity of practitioners in the same room with scholars OGs in the same room as young people, people with PhDs and people without them, all there working together for the betterment of young people in this country, particularly those that come from communities from whence hip hop came, but also across the board. It's very universal. And these are the places where it will be shown to you and proven to you time after time. Hashtag Cyndi Lauper. I've been there. The only reason why I'm so passionate about this is because I be there. I've seen them. I made it my mission to be at all these events. And every time I walk away, I'm blown away by how much potential our youth have to use this music and culture that we love, that we came up on, that people from our age group invented to make the world a better place, to possibly save America and maybe the world from all this other stuff that's going on. Yeah, I think it's possible, but it won't happen if we're not here supporting these folks.
Many faces.
You sick for this one. Sick for this one.